Keyboy kali ini butuh penyelamatan karena lihat semua pemain dari tim Epic Brain menuju ke arah seorang Keyboy di all in dan bahkan kali ini Keyboy terperangkap dan menjadi first blood di tangan Epic Brain.
Dan semenjak dari game pertama Epic Brain mereka selalu ngebawain 4 pemain secara langsung untuk bisa dapetin objektifnya lebih pasti gitu loh.
Ya kayak mereka juga nggak ragu untuk makan depan. Ya mereka nggak ragu untuk makan Keyboy terutama sebagai roamer. Dan itu yang membuat mungkin inisiasi dari ONIC tidak berjalan dengan maksimal. Walaupun Kairi sekarang unggul dari segi bagaimana dia mendapatkan 2 buff. Tapi menurutku ada yang lebih penting yaitu adalah sharing gold.
Karena gue main fokus emang nonton doang, tapi kayaknya seru untuk di live.
Agar ceweknya gak bener-bener kesulitan. Ketika lagi 1v1 lawan Supermarket.
Final slash telah dikeluarkan.
Aduh, makanya kita ganti agak kecilan dikit.
Juga sosok.
Biar streaming agak ada suatu hal yang
sosok seorang Keyboy bakal coba dimakan, wajahnya masih ditahan dan bakal Lilia was a little girl. Menurut Keyboy berhasil memancing Flash masuk ke dalam turret. One last hit, Flash dengan stiker M seriesnya berhasil mendapatkan Keyboy. Dan Sans kali ini akan coba untuk bertukar. Tapi kalau posisi Flash ini masih terlalu jauh, dia masih punya flicker.
Iya, menurut aku memang agak sedikit sulit ya.
Double jab.
Untuk dari seorang Keyboy,
Oh, double knockout strike yang mungkin aku kira menuju ke arah Flat DC, tapi nampaknya mengurungkan niat karena adanya Ogun.
Kayaknya dengan keadaan match point, ONIC ini bermain lebih berhati-hati dan tidak mau mengambil resiko seperti di early game dari 3 game yang sebelumnya.
To protect her, not even the Cosmo.
Ternyata lama guys. Sorry ya. Kita dapatin berapa detik nih.
Tetap ONIC nggak berhasil untuk ngedapetin total keduanya. Dan sekarang invasi dari seorang Pew mengarah ke arah purple.
Dapat Kairi harusnya.
Kita langsung. 87. 20. Suara gue ada nggak guys? Ada ya. Plastik kecilin di sini. Set. Oke.
Kairi sekarang unggul dari segi bagaimana dia mendapatkan 2 buff. Tapi menurutku ada yang lebih penting yaitu adalah sharing gold agar ceweknya gak bener-bener kesulitan ketika lagi 1v1 lawan Supermarket.
Final slash telah dikeluarkan menuju ke arah sosok seorang Keyboy bakal coba dimakan, wajahnya masih.
Di ujung dia. Lain. Wah, 41. Gokil. Kecurangan 2. Milih hajar.
Masalah utamanya juga ketika restore skillnya emang harus memanfaatkan satu momentum. Salah satunya ketika membawakan Minotaur juga.
Sinyal gue jelek, sorry guys, sinyal gue jelek banget nih guys.
Counter dari Cloud.
Oke, langsung di all in begitu saja sosok dari Keyboy. Duet menuju ke seorang cewek, hampir saja tersolo pick off di arah top lane Epic Brain.
Apa yang terjadi pada ONIC? Kan? Kalau ngeliat ke kila dong, aduh, sinyal jelek banget. Kita rubah dulu ke sekitar 80. Jadi gue minta sorry guys. Sedikit error ternyata guys, sorry. Sinyal gue gak tau kenapa nih. Live gue hilang lagi. Bentar guys, gue rapi-rapiin dulu guys. Kita nonton dari TikTok aja kali ya. Oke, kita nonton dari TikTok. Lagi gue setting guys, bentar.
Lead for ONIC. What is the timing here? Super Hardcore's pushing, man. The only timing for ONIC waiting right now is again for the game to equalize once again. They might forfeit the early to mid game.
Udah 26 coy.
The first 15 minutes, it's gonna be AP
Gue berharap
for
sih
sure.
menang hari ini.
And all they can do is to hope that Keyboy lands a beautiful Minion Fury into CW's ultimate. Until then, it's gonna be difficult for them to find a fight. Unfortunately, AP Brand has the better heroes, the early stages of the game, and the better items, the better economy. They just have it right now.
One way out for ONIC, it's to fight. But AP Brand are doing the best they can to stop that from happening.
Yeah, and right now again, ONIC, their mechanics are going to be tested here because AP Brand, they're definitely winning out when it comes to the macro. The Lord has pawn. Boots up top with Marco. The Lord dance is initiated by Kyle TZ. Keyboy probably looking for an opportunity.
That's a good shield unity into the Astrosphere. Tank to be locked in.
Ah, tapi kenapa ngincer itu? Waduh. Backupnya bagus banget dong, backupnya bagus, sumpah. Ini Keyboy emang kuncian parah sih Keyboy sih. Oh gila. Backupannya bagus. Gue sampai nggak ngeliat backupannya gila. Oke, ke balap saudara-saudara 56 sekarang. Lempar, tar.
Oh, it's crazy. Oh, I couldn't even finish my sentence there.
Me neither.
And that's a team fight that ONIC badly wanted. We're looking for an opening. They have found it. They made it actually.
Balik.
Go back up with the battle mirror image. Now Kyrie with the shield unity. Looking low. Oh my goodness gracious. Every single time he throws this one, man, it's panicking, but CW gets a turret up top.
Mirko, breathe. We need you. We need you, man.
I'll breathe.
All right, so now we're going to give it over to Wolf. Looking at the items here. Yep, a rush onto the Wind of Nature. Interesting choice coming out from CW. That's the reason why they were able to last the fight. At the same time, deal
Wah,
damage.
iya, bagus.
And now ONIC, they all of a sudden get 2.4k.
What? Wait,
Rubber band.
from 400 gold to 2,600. 5-man Astral Echo.
Gila nyusul, golden nyusul coy.
But Kyrie will just
Gila.
secure the purple buff. They're getting chucked very low. That might be a bad
Oh kan backup Minonya ini jago banget.
Superargo, a great battle mirror image to escape from this onslaught of damage.
Kayaknya ini si Keyboy itu dia udah
The needle sans.
di otaknya itu udah 2 detik sebelum para fighter temannya nyerang.
And I don't know, AP Brand, they gotta stop that because every time we see Vlad goes in,
Dia tuh udah punya prediksi 2 detik ke depan.
they're having an advantage.
Dia punya
His
haki.
you have to look at that, man. And my
Backupnya bagus banget sih Keyboy.
is that the box that was set up
Ngiri
by
gua
ONIC
punya apa
so
comer
rich
kayak
that
gitu.
AP Brand goes into their box one after the other. Especially when Flap TC starts it, they're waiting for Ogwin to go for the jump, but unfortunately ONIC has established this box where Keyboy is in front.
Dia tuh udah tahu pada mau kemana.
The stacks, when they do have the ultimate, they will be able to pop it. And I think the real game changer here for ONIC is Sans.
Yes.
Every time he lands the Astral Echo onto many members of AP Brand, ONIC will have the better decision making.
Because Ogwin can't find any
Kau
wild
fans semua.
charges. The wild charges become very tame. And that becomes very powerful. Kyrie knows it's time to
Lihat,
go in
lihat,
right
lihat
now.
Keyboy.
Crossbow
Tuh.
tank already. Oh, final slash not able to be casted in time.
Dia tahu dia nggak bakal war, dia tahu lihat nih. Ultinya balas. Ada kan? Oh, ada tapi dia nggak ikut war.
Even if he uses the wild charge, it's just a
Nih lihat nih, Keyboy ngapain nih Keyboy nih.
and what's gonna happen is that Ogwin will also be taken
Dia
to
sengaja nggak nongol, sengaja ke atas kayaknya.
This is not a fun game to be a front line.
Ntar dia nongolin diri ke atas nih.
Time you're just doing your job.
Just doing your thing, man.
You just
Ya
get
kan?
punished too much. It's like, excuse me, sir. Let me play the game. This game turned out to be a battle of mechanics in the end because both teams have good heroes. And when I say good heroes, they have the 1-1 on the side of ONIC. They have the Cloud on the other side. Meaning to say, no matter what happens, there will be the late game.
Mereka sering banget
And it's
war
just
di
4
Lord.
minutes of the game.
Mundur.
I gotta say, I don't think he's been shafted by
Dar.
the draft. He's been
Not at
getting
all.
a hero that can make a difference, man.
And he's performing on it so far on this Bakito. 2 deaths, but with those 2 kills now, they're looking for a little initiation. Astral Echo once again revealing forward. Boots flanking around, just making a miss. Kyle TZ gonna be chunked down by the Astral Sphere. Kyrie still on the Lord. Flap TZ not able to answer this.
Lord.
Flash only on the
Keyboy.
Keyboy.
Kan?
Keyboy finds 3. That's another knockup. Supermarco still holding down the Veer.
Tapi di backup sama Cloud-nya.
But CW.
Cloud yang kill. Oh, Sansnya jago.
Astral Sphere. Now CW
Udah fix nih mang.
Another big punch from Boots.
Berbalik,
4-for-1. He
berbalik
got
coy.
that.
Unbelievable.
Sansa kacau, Sansa kacau.
Again, landing the Astral Echo to 4 members of AP Bren. Then immediately what they did afterwards was
Sansa
to go
yang
to
dulu
Cloud
sudah
TC.
kembali coy.
The front to back damage coming out from ONIC cannot be
Kayak
contained
kayak
anymore.
emang
Cloud TC
sengaja nggak mau
steps into the
dibersihin deh.
box of ONIC once again, gets punished
Gue
for it.
curignya,
Wait, they're going for the end. One base turret up top, one base turret in mid lane getting dealt
gila, setengah darah loh. N, tapi nggak bisa, mundur. Sekali-kali kill, sekali mati. Lord di atas, lihat, lihat. Lord di atas. Keyboy ada ulti, Koblit semua, Kairi ulti. Lihat Keyboy mana Keyboy? Baru nih Keyboy di belakang, sengaja dia. Kuncinya di Keyboy sini, jago banget Keyboynya. Ulti ada, flicker belum ada. Oh, ini nunggu flicker. Ulti, ya kan? Dapat. Dar. Romer. Pada balik semua. Dapat tower ya.
Defense there from AP Bren was really good, but they did lose a lot. And the thing is, ONIC,
Creepnya
all they
coy.
need to do was to make sure that CW is cleared for takeoff. And AP Bren finally able to stop them.
Oh, berani maju karena emang dia mati.
And AP Bren punished, they
Si
get
cewek
one
mati, si
turret.
cewek.
We gotta live to see another day, another Lord dance for sure. It's gonna happen in less than a minute.
Well, what we were talking
Pada main
about
one ya. Oh,
big shot out to Ogwen. Kyrie unable to
siapa
take him down.
itu?
It's ticking, but Ogwen
Tanggung banget dikit lagi cuy.
stops the power of nature. Oh my goodness, this game.
Anjir, gua nggak pernah ngeliat sama sekali loh.
They're in a position where they push AP Brand. Now looking at the base, half HP basically.
Emang keren sih.
Looking at Boots as well, I'm thinking ONIC has a lot of ways to play this. They can wait for the Lord. They can go for a fight. They can go for a split.
Exactly, because they have the Paquito
Gua
anyways.
bikin Athena aja sih ini.
Options here for ONIC. The pressure's on to AP Brand now. They gotta figure out what ONIC wants to do and be 2 steps ahead.
Well, look at the draft. Remember what ONIC did to AP Bren. Now Few is the one on the Lilia. Now they are the ones who have good wave clear. Could it possibly happen?
Clear wave.
One big fight to end the game from AP Bren.
Hati-hati dari atas
So many
2.
possibilities. In fact, right now, I'm curious because Super Marco as well as Ogwen, they're grouped
Kebuka.
up together.
Ketahuan.
Punish Boots.
Well, charge into everything. Boots able to dash away. Forward now.
Oh, Bats kena.
That's the play indeed.
Ulang lagi.
AP Bren.
Ngereset lagi Lordnya dong.
Opportunity, the golden one. But Caltese gonna be locked out. Crossbow tank ready. CW
Mati.
popping in the final second. Able to
Cip,
press
mati.
it over to Ogwen and find the kill. Few forces the back to CW alone. But they should be popping Super
Wah, Onik.
Super Marco survives. Keyboy
Oh.
right there. Sans dealing damage to the Alpha Keyboy. 4 for 2 in favor of AP Bren. Keyboy very low. Another one. Winner crunch from Pio. A flicker back. Sans and Keyboy
Dah.
looking for the miracle play. Looking for a snipe down.
Wah, nggak dapat.
Teasing with a dodge.
Miss saudara-saudara miss.
Keyboy running Ogwen down. Very low. Has the mortality. Does he buy some time? Astral Media, but look at
Door.
An Astral Spear connecting.
Dar. Dia flicker coy.
Crowd goes wild.
Tembak. Sans.
Is still wide open for the minion waves to come crashing down.
Sengaja diputerin dia tahu. Mundur. Hai Bats. Tadi gara-gara lu Bats di war Bats. Aneh gagal jadi war.
Playing tag. Sans trying to catch everyone and everyone just dodging him left and right.
But look at the timers
Gila,
now.
Sans
It's over. It's
oke.
down for 20.
And he doesn't have the immortality when he wakes up. This is what happens when you have 2 of the best teams in the world of Mobile Legends going up against each other in the best of 5 series. We're the best heroes that we could ever expect from them.
Dapat
It's a
Lord.
duel.
Soalnya
Right
digeser
now, the
semua.
Lord has been started by ONIC.
Dar.
AP Brand will not contest. ONIC now has the Lord. They will push with this. The question is AP Brand. They have the Lilia. They have the Claude. They have ways to clear the minion. But Onyx,
Oh gila,
can they
Sans
force
bagus
this out?
banget damage dealnya.
Sans
Sans
Gila.
yang paling
And
3.
And I want to say, majority of the damage output of Suns obviously comes from the Astral Sphere from the second skill, but actually, his Astral Meteor usages were
Yes.
so much on point.
The choke points.
The choke points he's
Gila, Sans
utilizing
oke.
into,
He's playing it like a Lilia.
exactly, he's making a lot of space for the team because he's blocking so many of the passageways of
Sampai
the
nggak
AP
ngeliat
Brand,
siapa-siapa,
and the
anjir,
slows are
sebenarnya.
actually super duper annoying to deal with.
Look at the
AP
timing
Brand.
though. It's not an evolve word.
It's
Yeah.
not, it's not.
Right
And
now,
they have the Lilia.
the Lord marches in.
Hati-hati. Kebuka semua open semua.
Astral Echo hitting a 4.
Bener, Sans itu.
Very
Oh,
low, able to get the shield down. Now the base wide
bats
open.
lagi kan?
Finish Fury
Pancingannya
not
kan?
contested just yet, but the Lord has been cleared out. Kyrie taken low. Turn to the point Sans. To run away.
Kalau bats opennya jelek nih hati.
Kyrie with the final slash.
Ah.
Finish Fury catching everyone. CW looking for the play. On the field,
Mundur.
four-man knock from the
Mundur.
boys. He flickers out the safety, but Flat Teasy
Bats
is
opennya
chasing
jelek.
him down.
Opennya jelek banget bats.
Clears out of midway. Flat Teasy with a good stun. That's another Astral Sphere not connecting this time around. Keyboy taken down.
Baik dulu.
Finds the vengeance.
Reset ulang.
Change their strategy, man. They gotta take advantage of Sans. They gotta let Sans do the damage. It looks like AB Brand was able to protect their base, but back to
Bats
my
opennya
point.
jelek banget
30
batsnya.
seconds. Oh wait. CW.
Can he do it?
Kalau terburu-buru resetnya apa? Open war-nya.
Very risky.
Very risky indeed. Has to recall out. He's keeping at it.
Malah menang loh.
He's keeping
Goldnya
it.
loh,
He's waiting for
XP-nya.
information. Few. Can he take a few?
The assassin, 1v1, black shoes used up. CW needs one crossbow attack, but he saves it. He outplays View, but Immortality gets bought out, and CW will back away.
Mundur. Rame.
Oh, Gwen play. Oh, Gwen a turnaround.
Oke.
Still is able to bomb in that poisons. He's isolated from the team, but he is soaking a lot of damage. Final clash.
Ay,
5v
keyboard
happens
di
right
belakang.
now. The Immortality, no. No Immortality. Kyrie.
Tapi ini ONIC keren sih. ONIC keren sih.
Mainly because of
Dia nggak mau over kalau
usage of Guardian's
itu nggak datang dong.
to isolate Kyrie away from his team. Then the supplement of the final slash, the displacements.
Oh, Gwen, wild charge, keeping it at bay. Super Marco now trying to turn it around. CW
Balik.
jumping forward. A mechanical duel between
Gila.
the two best goal laners in
Ini
the
sampai
world.
nggak mau war loh.
Let me just say, I don't envy the position of
Mino yang nggak datang anjir.
Marco right now, man.
Milo di belakangnya tadi kan, Milo di belakang lihat kan.
Through their heads.
Open war sebenarnya bisa deh tuh kalau misalnya bats datang.
Everybody's trying to outplay each
Tapi
other,
kalau dari
forcing
seharusnya dari pick ini gue sih demen.
making the mistakes their own. Kyrie 12 seconds before respawning. Does have the shield unity, so
Ya,
he can
bener.
attack.
ONIC
And
bener.
the lanes are naturally in favor of ONIC.
Final slash, CW.
Mati. Sans apa? Cewek mati susah. Cuma ngeliat dari Sansnya. Ini mati.
Super Marco finding the kill. Kyrie jumping on the Super
Soalnya-
Marco, buys the Immortality. An Astral Spear from Gila Sans. Super Marco, Vladimir Image.
Ayo.
Trying to look for a big fight right now with Sans.
Ayo.
Goes back in with the Astral Meteor.
Dor.
Astral Echo.
Wah, Immortal mati semua dong.
Kyrie still going to fall.
Wah, berat.
Finds another. But the
Wuhu,
the
Minion.
Minion.
Aja digeser dong sama si Arlot. Digeser sama Arlot. Penyelamatan yang bagus dari Arlot anjir.
The flappening.
Dalam jadi menang.
Gallo, that's his name.
Arlot bagus. Penyelamatan Arlot bagus.
That's saving them from the Winions. It's a canon event.
This is the game.
Nur.
Sans has to carry the team, man. He has the damage. He just has to connect them. House is very low, but looks like AB Brand will secure this Lord. This is not looking good for ONIC.
And the wave clear is not that good for ONIC. It's not like for
Nah.
AB Brand where there is
Nah.
the Lilia as well as the Claude. This is a 1-1 single target hero. This is Novaria. Although you have the Astro Meteor, it will not be enough.
Mulai susah semua goldnya.
Because of Flap TZ, the flappening. And here, you can hear them. End it! End it now!
Well, ONIC's gonna try their very best to deny that. Because again, this is match point for AB Brand. Once that crystal is down, we'll crown a new champion. The Lord is marching up top. Ogwen's the laying in. He's trying to sync up the minions. This is going to be very difficult for ONIC to defend.
Even the base turret down below will be taken
Itu
down by
ngapain ya?
Super
Di gold apa?
Marco.
Lordnya diganjel.
An Astrosphere in the mid lane. Can they clear it away?
Salah satu cara gokil deh.
Again for ONIC.
Biar barang minion belakang.
Possible. They still have boots. Or maybe that's the wayfair that they're looking for. And Sans, a key hero, needs to survive for the entirety of this
Nggak bisa,
defense.
nggak bisa, belum bisa,
The base is cracked.
belum bisa
ONIC
open.
on full defense mode, under siege. The Golden Road at risk. AP Bren in their world tour. In the mid lane,
Ibunya nggak
cleared out.
nongol.
Marco gonna be chunked down. AP the shield already
Dia
popped.
nggak ada,
CW is
mundur.
able to clear out the minion wave in the mid
Nggak
lane.
bisa.
Kyrie, the
Reset
shield
lagi
is
dia.
backing away once again. That top lane
Reset
now
lagi.
dealt with by ONIC. And we are back again
Mereka nggak berani
to the
ngumpul.
waiting game. Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Are you not entertained?
Listen to the crowd. This is an amazing match. 24 minutes in. AB Brand with a 6K goal lead, but at this point, the goal is only about switching your items. View, as well as Ogwen, finds all members of ONIC. And AB Brand,
Lu masih buru-buru sih
moving
sih.
around, they're just waiting
Lempar skill
for a
satunya.
point where Super
Belum,
Mario can
belum.
just go in.
Reset.
Lilia does super duper late game. The ultra late game is so good.
Sansnya buka wo. Waduh. Ketangkep dong.
Super Marco knocked up, has the battle mirror image. 55 seconds on CW.
Set 52 semenit.
Oh my goodness.
Nah,
Flap
sulit
once
nih.
again.
Dan mereka di cewek doang nih.
Black shoes, minion wave in the mid lane, gonna be chucked down once again as Boots is able to dish out some damage in the bottom lane to clear the minion wave out. Both waves dealt with, but AP Brenner slowly sieging. Clapped easy. Oh, he's jumped into the base. Very low. Astral Meteor. Ogwen tanks it up.
What a
AP
juggle.
Bren, what a juggle. Super Marco there. Still gets out.
And for some miracle, ONIC holds on to two of their turrets. They might let go of the other one though.
Bottom lane base turret.
Hey,
They might be taken down. That is a big resource, but they are able to keep it at bay.
10 detik.
Top, clearing up the wave. ONIC looking for another way to
Dan mereka di itu
reset
doang
this,
sih.
to stop AP Brent.
Right now, 4 members are caught in
Jangan.
Astral Echo. Boots is
Kenapa beli? Gue bingung deh.
View finds him.
Itu kan pakai timing kan.
He wants to find a target.
Just back up, Astral Sphere.
Spellnya pakai
Going in front of it all right
ulti
now.
ulti.
Kyrie's gonna be chunked down. It's
Ulti ulti. Buka. Nah.
Onto four. CW's now here.
Datang.
The Lord, who gets it? It's gonna be an all-out
Dapat.
fight. Marches forward to shut down the redemption.
Dapat.
Moving out of Kai. Twice the retry. AP Brent scrambles.
Dapat. Ah.
His spell-
Oke.
LCW is looking
Sans
for
emang
a
terbaik Sans.
breakaway.
Gak boleh kasih ini dia.
Finds.
Gak boleh kasih apa?
Now it's View.
Kayak Sans tuh gak boleh kasih ini deh.
View. Mortality bot, Black Shoes.
Novarian.
CW, man, as long as he survives, there's space for ONIC. Right now, they got the Lord. The minions have spawned. ONIC can push right now.
5,
Look at the
9
positioning
semua.
here, Sans, CW, they're in the
Lord
front.
dari ujung ke ujung cuma 15 menit, 15 detik.
so that there will be no defense.
Tanpa halangan ya 15 detik.
Aggression. Turning things around.
We can hear now the chant coming in from ONIC. Ogwen.
Kayak gini kan halangan nih.
For a shot, Kyrie jumping in CW.
Tapi sebenarnya salah sih kalau dihalangin menurut gua sih.
Ogwen running away.
And
ONIC have found a miracle.
and
ONIC denying the 4-1. ONIC continuing this battle. ONIC has one more chance to push us. Has one more chance to become the world champions.
After so many heroics coming out from Flap TC and the entirety of AP Brand, it was Keyboy who finds the Minoan Fury in the end. Kyrie buying the immortality out of nowhere, under duress from the Lord Dance, and then eventually Sans acting as if his base is the other end. What a game!
We need a breather, man. Mirko needs a breather. We need towels. We need everything.
Wah,
Right now,
gokil.
we're passing it over to our panelists.
gue dari tadi matiin si Sans doang. Apa sih Sans si Keyboy ya. Tempat keren.
boys, I don't know what to tell you. I thought that was it. I thought AP Brand, they were going to close out that game, but
Banyak.
somehow,
Keren.
they looked so broken in the early game. I think it's safe to say, and I speak on behalf of everyone watching, that was the best game so far in this series. Oh, my lungs are giving out. This, I don't know, if ONIC can pull it all the way to make this a full best of 7, good luck to them, because the crowd is against them, and it doesn't help that AP Brand had so much momentum, and yet, despite all that, they were able to synchronize, calm it down for just a moment. A split second, some might even say. Sans poking them out, great job coming in from him. The final play with Keyboy and the whole team. The synchronization like no other. All throughout, early, mid, late, ultra late, there was but one shining beacon for ONIC to hold out for,
MVP.
with hopes of not ending the series just
Si
yet.
Sans.
And this series was Gilak, and he is Gilak Sans, your MVP for a game.
Bang Sans nggak boleh kasih Novaria.
I even lost track of what
Dari
game
kemarin
this is.
Sans
It's
Novaria
game
tuh
number
gila, gokil.
5, technically right now. Game number 5. I can't even explain how insane this man is. The number of shots that he was able to connect, the number of times that he has saved his team, turning a losing situation into a winning situation with a single click of a button. This was game 4. Now looking back, I'm doing the math. This is game 4. 3-1. Looking back at the highlights, you'll see exactly how Sans all throughout was not just but a vision getter, a source of damage, and a reason for AP Brand to scramble. Anywhere Sans was in the map was a hot zone for AP Brand to either engage or to reinforce. The fact that Few is a short to mid-range mage means he can only really interact with so much from ONIC. Compare that to ONIC, who's playing on so many different ranges of both engagement and damage. I mean, in a lot of these moments, right, you're looking for the big playmakers, and I don't think it comes down to the playmakers anymore. It's about synchronization of your abilities. If you're using that knock-up strike, and if you're using a double knock-up strike, it still counts as CC. Even if it is what some people might call a micro stun, it doesn't matter because everybody else is piling in on that damage. You saw that the only losing situations coming out from AP Bren is when Super Marco happened to get caught by the knock-up from Keyboy. And if that doesn't happen, then AP Bren has a lot more in stock. They can overload on CC. As for ONIC, it was but just one big turnaround. Again, a big knockout from Keyboy. Boots coming in from an angle. Those are the ways ONIC win. Yet, some way, somehow, they're able to clap back from this almost unwinnable position. Flapteasy was fishing homies out of the base. He was
yang terakhir nih.
final slash.
Lihat.
If you get pulled out that way, the way the CW did there,
ultinya bagus coy, tepat coy.
unless your team would have just crumpled up and said, you know what?
Dapat 5-5 mulu. Keseringan shootnya. Ini dorong ke belakang udah santai. Wall terakhir sih keren.
Conceal, send the person who activated the conceal to run into your opponents while you have one person to fish, walk outside, walk back in while he gets distracted just to find CW. Who thinks of that? You know who? Let me tell you, you know who? Who? He's the season MVP, season 11 MPLID. Oh my goodness, no way. Don't tell me that he used to be a mid laner. No, a jungler that turned into a mid laner. He was rocking with the Astral Recall. Every time he hits it, Gilak Sans makes that difference. And when we're looking at the emblems, it's the same exact story time and time again. This time, no Master Assassin for any of the laners. The story can be told based on the supports, and not only that, the EXP laners. Because good guy Boots, I mean, in this matchup, especially when you're up against Flapteasy on an Arlet, it's a pretty skill-based matchup. I can't believe that he also was not rocking the agility. It was the penetration and the wilderness blessing. So that plus the astral recall allows for him to weave in and weave out the way he needs to. Looking at the item build, though he ended up with just the same build. Again, this is how confident Sans was that no one was going to get to him. Didn't even need to juggle the Trunch or the Immortality. But let's also talk about the supports here, because again, for supports, once you're getting to those final items, you really have to think about cost efficiency. It's not about how many items you can switch out because you just don't have that kind of money. We look at Ogwin making a very smart decision, deciding to go for the Guardian's helmet because he knows he's going to get hit by the poke, but if he can regenerate and if these fights go on long enough, he can then walk back
back in and participate without having to recall.
You know who else was a testament in this bout was Kyrie. I saw the young man from Bataan now playing for Indonesia under ONIC juggle so much. Towards the late game, I'm looking at maybe post 18 minutes, he was so willing to die that he would just put himself in the way of harm just to protect Sans, just to protect CW, and then the odds be damned, he will just wait until he comes back, because once again, I remember getting a shouting, he has no money, he has no money, he can't even juggle with the trunch. And then again, that just shows how well connected ONIC is. They're able to make these sacrifices and not get punished for them.
I mean, it's coming to a point where we are seeing some of the greats learn from their past predecessors. We all know Cartesi from M2, and even when he won during M4 on Echo's side, switching items is no new concept, but to be able to play from a kick butt style of assassin to now a more utility jungle, I think Kyrie is going through the exact same phases.
Oh wow, to be following in the footsteps of such a great in Carl TZ. Hey, they're both in the top 10 greatest, so I'm not even surprised. Looking at the damage dealt again, you'll see that it's a majority on Sans, that's no question. But what is surprising to me is the fact that Super Marco dealt more damage than CW, even when you're looking at a map that was controlled completely by ONIC. Where was that? Are we looking at a point wherein the turrets was, you know what? It was a very long game. That's why it led to that. That's why this looks this way, is because the Minotaur was healing up. That motivation roar changes the math when it comes to an ultra late game.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right on that one. And let's not forget, the big problem that unfortunately AP Brem was trying to solve was how do you catch Sans?
Wah, sedikit istirahat gua guys, otak gua gila. Berat banget bang mereka.
And the only win condition that they could have was to take out Mr. Calvin Winata in the first place and then hope to maybe outlast the onslaught coming in from Sans.
With that said, it looks like we're in for quite a ride. This series must have waken up something inside of ONIC Indonesia. As for AP Bren, I guess they're saying, gloves are off, pal. Now the series has gotten closer than it has ever been. Score now, 2-3.
Kita lihat. Kalau masih Sans dikasih Novaria, gokil sih. Emang AP Brand keren banget kalau misal dia masih ngasih Novaria. Di match kedua, match ke berapa nih? Keempat kelima kali mana sih? Yang gua tangkap sih emang mereka tuh nggak berani war kalau nggak full.
For ONIC, and in the games that they've lost so far in the
series,
bener sih.
Kayak gue sih nggak bisa kita dari bisa open war. Menurut gue sih menang kalau open war sih ya. Waktu di bawah terakhir yang gue bilang si Minotaur mati pada yang dari base di jalan. Paling di base sendiri. Menurut gue sih bisa. Kalau nggak nunggu Minotaurnya udah deket, lu open war lu masukin. Ya, kecil sih ini doang sih baca masuk open war jelek banget tadi. Bukan gua ngatain tapi apa ya, lihat aja open warnya. Dia sembunyi di rumput kena sergap berantakan tornya. Terus yang kedua yang tadi di atas di match berapa ya? Betul untuk gua dia open war ketahuan gitu loh. Ini shootnya ketahuan. Potong.
Seriously? It is true. So we gotta thank Chantel for this 3-2.
That's exactly.
Okay, we gotta go back into the game. Sans. If he wasn't there, I don't see how ONIC could have came back.
Sudah 3-3 sekarang.
They would have lost, right? I mean, looking at that MVP performance, looking at his performance, how did he not die?
Exactly. Well, I guess the biggest answer here is
Gilak Sans.
Yeah, and for all those who don't know, Gilak actually means crazy.
He's local, man.
Gila Sans, gila Sans, gila.
Why? How do you know that? Have you visited Indonesia quite a lot?
Yeah, for events, you know.
Damn, rich caster. No. He is a rich caster.
Sorry guys kalau misalnya banyak kesalahan. Gue baru pertama kali apa? Nonton. Baru pertama kali gue nonton dari M1 sampai M5 gue nggak nonton. Ini karena kemarin karena kemarin teman gue ngasih tahu ONIC gokil. Gue udah tahu ONIC itu bakal menang tau. Dia apa? Bakal bagus soalnya dari gue sekali lihat permainan dia, gue tahu nih. Ini tim kompak. Nggak ego. Ngeblend. Penting tuh bukan masalah lu jago atau enggak terkadang kalau dalam permainan. ML apa? Ini ya, MOBA ya, karena 505. Yang terpenting itu bagaimana lu bisa ngimbangin teman lu. Percuma lu 100% dapet temen lu 5. Lu akan terlihat bodoh gitu loh. Tapi kalau lu bisa ngibangin lu semua 50 nih, imbang. Lu kelihatan jalan bareng gitu loh. Selama ini kan kalau lu ya udahlah. Udah gak aneh di Epic lah. Oh gitu. Yang nyari kill. Itu cuma mau nunjukin kalau dia hebat gitu. Tapi berbeda kalau kayak lu udah as profesional gitu kan. Lu harus bisa apa namanya? Lu harus bisa ngimbangin tim lu. Sehebat apapun lu, tapi kalau lu nggak bisa imbang sama tim lu hanya kelihatan mencolok dan lu kelihatan bodoh nanti. Beda ya, gua ngomong ini tim profesional ya. Beda kalau emang demi Epic lu bisa lah ngebantai satu tim dengan kalau lu jago gitu. Itu beda kasus juga ketika lu bermain seperti ini. Sulit sih. Kalau lu bisa harus menonjol diri sendiri sulit ya bro. Nah, waktunya ngepick draft pass. Dan gue baru pertama kali full, bener-bener full ya, melihat pertandingan ONIC. Kemarin gue yang gitu hanya sebagian. Gue udah tahu nih ONIC pasti. Soalnya udah tahu dari cara tim yang ngimbangin.
But he still managed to secure an immortality for some reason. I don't know if he bought it or if he sold something, but he didn't have the immortality before the fight.
Sengaja sih dia. Di match ketiga sama keempat ngalah. Biar seru aja.
There is one similarity between you and
Kita lihat nanti.
Okay, both of you all are sweating. Cause look at Kyrie, man. Like he's drenched. Like he's not been having a great series, and it's not because he's making mistakes or anything like that, but the constant pressure, man. Is like, I know you guys love me, but come on.
Imagine if he was wearing a three-piece suit.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go.
Well, it's for the trophy. So all the sweat and tears that may have come along the way to get to this point, it's all for the trophy. But you guys, everybody in the stadium, everybody watching at home, y'all have been amazing.
4.45 million. That deserves a clap. Come on. Come on.
That deserves a clap. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's go even further. Let's try to hit
Ada rhythm code.
Let's try. Oh, 6 would be.
Hey, if we go all 7 games, man, we got Chantel in the building.
We do have Chantel in the building, and we have this wonderful crowd as well, right?
I feel like Sif is doing something as well. I kind of feel like this will go all the way.
Yeah.
You want to ask the crowd? I think they'll say no, right? Because
Or
no, technically they can say yes because 4-3 could be for the team that
Albert
before that, man, like I don't know. I want to save some of my energy going
ya,
into
tadi
this
carry
game.
emang
Even I'm starting to run out
kurang.
of breath because looking at this game, ONIC.
Sebenarnya ada berarti sih misalnya
Do they really have to just let
jungler itu tank itu gue rada gue mikir itu rada susah gitu loh. Lo jungler itu kuncian biasanya gitu kan, tapi tank yang akhirnya lo harus terima damage lebih besar. Kalau menurut gue sih kurang, menurut gue kurang. Kenapa nggak ambil hero berdamage?
The draft of what? The 6th game
Coba begitu loh.
of this best of 7.
Ya lu tank semi tank lah.
It's not slowing down.
Redin.
As we look at a trophy.
Ben,
reminding both teams what
kalau
they're
apa namanya
fighting for.
Baxia sih oke.
And what already is good
Cuma
for
serangan
AP Brand is that
lambat
they have
itu
secured
doang gue nggak sukanya.
the blue side.
Yes.
And Onyx
Oh, udah nge-ban aja tuh
only
3.
one on the blue side, so they take that away. And that means that they will be the first ones to take the 1-1. Will ONIC ban it out though?
They won't.
1-1 or Fredrin should be the pick here for AP Brand.
If they pick up the 1-1, ONIC can pick up the Faramis.
That's true.
And maybe eventually the Phobius.
Exactly. Faramis and Fulvius, Faramis
Wait,
are...
Guinevere is open.
Yep. Guinevere is actually... Wow. They pick up the 1-1. And that's Faramis Guinevere or Faramis Arlet that I'm seeing ONIC will pick up.
I feel like Guinevere is a solid pick here, no?
Yep. You don't want to give both the Guinevere as well as the 1-1, right?
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, Gwyn Faramis or Arlet Faramis is what I think ONIC will pick up. Just because of how good AP Brain is with that hero.
Yep,
There's the
Guinevere
Gwyn.
picked up.
And maybe the Faramis to follow.
Yeah, Faramis is a solid pick, but
No.
I think they're taking their time
Yeah,
here.
because there's Valentina anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But still, they're picking up.
So Gwyn Faramis, Arlet Valentina, perhaps from AP Brain.
A lot of spins here, folks, but sorry, this draft is...
Yeah.
This draft is cooking. Congratulations to all that got the amazing skin. But now,
Gue harus itu pada ngeridam.
no skin at all.
Oh wow.
Gue mau ngeridam dong.
Wait, he says.
All right.
Another
Can
one.
he get it? If he, oh,
Nope. Yep. Nope. We gotta look at the draft because again, this is the 6th game here.
Yep.
ONIC, very good start. How is AP Brand gonna supplement this 1-1?
What if they pick up the Akai, I think. So maybe Akai or Fredrin for AP Brand for sure. But I think they might be leaning towards more than the Akai. Then pick up the Faramis, the Valentina as well.
Valia
So
di-ban
they
kan?
have an answer to the Faramis.
Gue udah tahu pasti
Another
di-ban.
option might be Arlet. There it is.
Kalau dia ngasih lepas berarti keren sih gue
there was the
bilang.
combo here with the 1-1
Banding
as well,
lepas
the Cloud and
Novaria
Earl.
lagi.
So,
Karena dia
punch this combo
di ayam-ayamnya
position
berarti kan sama
is what we're gonna
Novaria.
try to look for with a Faramis.
Yep.
If the
Tapi
Phobius
berani
is
ngelepas
there,
lagi
it's
keren.
gonna get bad.
Yep. Ego Martis, where they pick up the Cloud. and
Tadi
maybe
Cloud
because you
juga
don't wanna
bagus.
Not have a game-winning hero on your side for ONIC. And ONIC will just
Cuman
find out the
ketika dia
mages
main gold gue
here
lebih
for a
suka.
few. Perhaps the Valentina, because
Sorry,
it still is a pretty
no,
good hero,
no.
and it's a hero that can also one-shot the Claude later on. If the Claude does not pick up the Rose Gold Meter or the Athena Shield, Valentina is a hero that can one-shot that hero. Then the Gourd, which...
Or Novaria,
Yep, that's also true, that Novaria.
because I kind of feel like if they don't have a hero that can dive.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, that Spirit Root!
No way!
No way!
He did it!
The draft was
From
even the
0
draft
to
went down.
100.
Even the draft had to go down for that one, man.
Wah, apa jadi banyak ngambil?
man.
Aduh, mumpung masih ini kali ya. Mumpung masih ini gue ambil dulu kali ya. Kita buka dulu sedikit nih. Kita buka dulu sedikit. Tadi apa?
Looking like Minotaur getting banned out
Tiga
by
depan dulu.
ONIC. So
Kita
now it's
masang
on
dulu
to
guys.
AP
Kita
Brand.
rekam guys.
Whether they
Bentar,
want to
gua
ban
ngeredam.
out
Ngeredam di mana ya ngeredamnya ya?
EXP or
Tadi mana sih itu?
kind of feel like banning out that EX
Apa tadi 15%? Ngeredam code di sini ya.
EXP is going to be a safer choice here.
Gimana sih?
Yeah, definitely the safer choice, right? You want to take boots.
Di sini bisa
Alvin
buat ya.
also.
Pengaturan sini ya. Mana redeem. Avatar aja ya. Belum pernah tuh dari mana lagi?
That's my
Bentar
question.
guys.
They can pick it up for the win.
Ke gua
No,
dulu.
first pick on red side.
Yeah.
So that is a
Okay, sorry.
viable ban actually to go for.
You know, so what's the best?
Sorry guys.
So,
Gua lagi nyari redeem code
when
ya
also
buat
the
terus.
Terizla is a pretty good hero, but usually
Gua
what you
ngeredam,
counter
gua
with
ngeredam.
the hero
Ah,
against
bagus.
the Arlet
Di
is
mana?
the Terizla, right? You
Gue
pick it
hektik
up.
dulu di sini.
It's a good hero to go up against the 1-1 in a way. So yeah, the Gourd, as we expected. And I think ONIC are willing to give the Valentina at the side. Oh, by the way, there is a chance for AP Brent to
FF,
also pick up the Lapu-Lapu once again.
9
Okay.
We've seen that it worked before.
P
It's like I said, it's a great hero versus the
CKN.
Faramis. So I'm thinking for AP Brand, they might just ban out the Terizla for good measure.
Yeah. I would say because again, the Paquito was strong.
Kita lihat dapat apa kita.
It's a comfort pick for him. And I
Kita lihat ya
feel like-
guys.
I don't have the numbers, but if Boots
Ha
gets
ha
the
ha
Charisma,
ha.
the
49
percentage of Kyrie actually securing those turtles and lords significantly increased.
PZ CKN.
There's a massive chance of a Hoot as well from ONIC.
Ooh.
I mean that there's the Arlet and the Kai. That could be a...
Kok salah?
Yeah.
Oh, they banned the Dyroth and the Khalid, so you're right. The Diggy could actually still come through for ONIC here.
Yeah, but they might pick up the Boots hero first though. because they want to keep this Guinevere
Kok
kind of
salah sih?
flex. So what are the heroes that could be there for Boots? Maybe they steal the Edith or the Lapu Lapu actually.
Again, a lot of EXPs are open.
Yep.
You could just go for Terizla, right?
Yep. Terizla is like the safest. It's like one of those like just pick it up and then
FF
almost like you can
49
autopilot because I'm guessing Boots has been playing this
PZ
hero even in his
JJN.
sleep.
Yeah. I'm
She's
sure.
like,
Ah, illegal.
oh, penalty zone.
Penalty
Oh,
zone,
same.
yeah. He's a lot of XPs. I think XPs in M5 have just been that way, right? They can play Terizla in their sleep. It's the most common hero. They go for the
Oke lah, tidak
hero
bisa.
that's
Gak
not
apa-apa.
as common, but it's a Grok in the roam. I'm thinking now, right?
Technically flex still.
Yeah, but technically, so far this tournament, have we actually seen a Grok XP? That's my question.
I don't think so. We haven't. We
Udah
haven't.
buka sekarang.
The pickups for AP brand. Lapu Lapu still is a prime option. There's also the option of the Edith because Edith is naturally a good hero going up against this Faramis. We're
Kan?
gonna spend that out, and then the Valentina.
Aduh,
It's a valid choice as well for AP brand, unless they want to go for
akhirnya.
has been proven to be
Good
good
team.
against the Faramis.
It is.
Great against the
Great
Pyramis.
against
I mean,
the
there's a
Faramis.
reason why the Gore was banned out, right?
Exactly.
But they could also just go for the safest choice, Lilia.
Yeah, Lilia is the safest choice.
So now the clock is ticking down. A lot of good choices, and Lilia has picked up, and
Good, man.
Damas flap again. I mean, he's been winning on this Damas, man. No reason not to pick it up.
No.
This might be the game-winning draft coming in from
Exactly.
maybe Ren.
The series-winning draft. What do
Ford
you-
wins all. That's why it's banned.
That's why it's banned.
That's why it's banned, Naisu.
With the Dyroth being banned out, what else is left for ONIC, for Boots to use going up against this Thams? There's still this Edith. There's just technically not a very bad hero, but at the same
Kalau
time,
gua
it
jadi
provides you
keyboy.
with the front line that you need.
Tigreal,
Run down the enemies with it.
Atlas.
Maybe they might even consider Uranus actually.
Ooh.
Nggak
But
bisa
they
pecah.
have the split push. For them to be able to have the split push, you'll purify and then you can stay in front of this.
Kufra.
Akai.
Kufra oke.
Yep. Clock is ticking down. It looks like ONIC. They're gonna pick up the Phobias.
Wow, gak kepikiran gua
It's
ngambil.
all part of the plan. AB brand 4-3. I mean, we talked about the Phobias the
Huh?
moment we saw the 1-1.
That's right.
Yeah, and then on top of it, the Arlet comes around, and then you think, okay, Phobius, if it's not picked, it's going to be banned. That's what you said in
Yeah.
the first phase. It wasn't picked or banned, so it was picked up. We have Mr. Bomba again. Oh, there you go.
And Mr. Basic as well. in the
Mr.
building.
Basic and Mr. Bomba, the two Bs.
Two Bs.
We just need Beloyski to complete the BBB.
All right, going into this game, Wolf, the Phobias, will it be a difference maker or will Boots won't be able to do much with him?
Difference maker when it comes to the team fights, 100%. My problem is, how does it fare against the Thams in the EXP lane? I would assume that it's not that good. So there are many few heroes that actually win against the Thams in the laning stage.
The golden road for this year is for the Sky
5
Kings.
seconds till the
The
end
dream
of
is
the
still alive for them to complete it,
Snatch them.
but they gotta take down AP brand. That is again in match point where we're going into game number 6
Welcome to
to see
Mobile Legends.
whether it will end here or it will go all
Roman-
7 games.
Romer selalu dapat
At the start of the
ini
game,
loh.
it's Kyrie who has a significant
Arlot.
advantage on the Guinevere. This is the
Nggak tahu
reason it's so
Romer.
heavily prioed in the draft. Flapteasy and Owen, though, very aggressive start of the game. Actually clears it out very well. Kyrie has already rotated. This might be a miscalculation.
Romer
Sans as well.
kurang.
Is here. Flicker out from Owen. Flapteasy holding on to that orange buff. But in the end, will
Dia
this
masih bagi-bagi banget.
Yep.
Anjir, bagi-bagi banget, udah berantakan banget mainnya.
Gets level 2 now, so it's gonna quite an even
Uh,
matchup. And the
kacau.
reason why that happened is because Keyboy did
Seperti inikah namanya
team blue
profesional?
treatment in M4. If you remember, they used the Grok to block the minions twice, so that the minions will be in favor of Boots. And that was a genius move coming out from ONIC. That's why they drafted this Grok earlier on.
We gotta talk about Super Marco again. Now using the Master Assassin, where before this, he was a tenacity, but Kyrie.
He's trying to go for the invade. Spatial migration, retribution secures the invade steal over to the gold buff now. It seems like he should be able to find this for free unless, nope, Kyrie takes it.
Yeah, looks like
Bener-bener gak kasih istirahat farming
still
loh.
again wants to go
Kacau.
for that corrosion scythe early and maybe try to bully out Boots because the Phobius is strong, but if the Phobius can't do much in lane, then it's not going to be that big of a problem. Kyrie again always getting pressured by AP Brand. AP Brand has a thing for Kyrie.
Yeah, they know.
I mean, he is cute, but you know.
Ayo, keluar. Nggak mau.
Goodness. Marco able to
Kabur one-one-nya.
play CW. Does this mean Marco's already used it? A dive attempt.
Wih,
Gets away, Mike.
percobaan yang bagus.
I feel like after this game, they're gonna be best friends, man. They are. I mean, like that
Or
kind of.
maybe not, you know.
I mean, dude, you bonded over a best of 7 like that.
Lihat XP-nya si apa?
Have an even better or special
Panda
person
sama
than
si
extra
Gwen.
Flapteasy jumping
Beda banget.
Wild Requiem locking few down. That's a lot of damage. Black shoes as well with heavy spin.
Goldnya
Heavy
double.
spin knocks Keyboy out of the frame. Demonic Force though. Now on Flapteasy. One more shot should do it. First blood secured by ONIC. Keyboy still onto Open, who still has
Ya, ini nggak ada.
but he gets knocked up. Final slash. Aids of vengeance. Takes a Kyrie. One shot. But he's still able to survive. Open. Turned around now. Still brought back to the team.
Wah, Panda jago.
Stampede, and it's AP Brand who win in a
Nggak berani.
prolonged team
Gue
fight.
ada ulti, nggak ada
I
ulti.
mean, that was a very prolonged team fight. I kind of feel like ONIC really wanted that kill because, again, he was right in front of them. Who would have won it? But AP Brand was able to buy enough time for the rest of the team to respond.
Exactly. But the thing is, ONIC will manage to go for double lanes this time. That this is the effect of CW winning some of the early stages of the match, of this laning stage, allowed him to get even more gold for his team. And this is the main win condition of ONIC. Stat pad this Claude, give all of the things to CW and let him carry the game later on.
Looks like the first item coming in from Lilia is going to be the Enchanted Talisman, going to help out quite a lot during that turtle fight. Well, CW as well as Super Marco, they're really going at it.
Blazing to it in
Ah,
the
ya,
bottom
di
lane.
bawah,
Super
mundur
Marco
lagi.
be chunked down. He did get the gold buff.
Jadi
However,
Panda
now
datang,
try to
gue
look
datang.
for an angle to
Ah,
attack
Panda
the
datang.
north side of the map.
Nah.
Meanwhile, spatial migration into the Requiem finds a kill in the mid lane onto Few. Without the Purify, he was a sitting duck.
Going at able to force the final slash or the purify onto CW. But that was a great pinch coming out from ONIC. They found a reaction coming from AP Brand because there was a massive push in the bottom lane. So naturally you want to defend that, but they cut it off.
Right now, Kyle PC has level advantage onto Kyrie. So, for me, it just signals that the invasion onto Kyrie was definitely worth it. Because Kyrie...
Explain baru tukar baru
I don't know.
turun.
This is Kyrie, man. Even with a level disadvantage, I feel like he can still secure the turtles.
Final slash though on the Suns. Might force a flicker out with Flapteasy jumping in, but he actually instead goes for the realm. Brought back. Suns.
Oh, dapat nggak? Nggak dapat. Benar damage.
Turret gets the kill back, and it's a 1-for-1. Now it's Boots who's rotated over. Demonic Force already used earlier, so now it's going to be reset. It's going to be on cooldown.
Yep. Nice reset coming out from
Whoa.
Keyboy.
Power Nation, wild charge, plays into web, getting him down. Keyboy gets the kill. CW goes for another wave push in the mid lane with Sans respawning. Kyrie
Belum
holding
maju
the turtle
coy,
down.
belum maju.
Yeah, right now the turtle has
Belum,
been
belum, belum.
started. Sans is there. Ogwen
Kedua.
sees it. But looks like Kyle PC is going...
Yep.
I don't know.
Some heavy spin. Still
Oh.
has it.
No
Dar.
Demonic Force, spatial migration, Valor Requiem, right
Wah,
side,
gila
Fusion
dari tadi.
He finds it, and even a pin. Onto
Kalau di Epic udah bilang, kalau di game udah bilang sih Indomaret.
Going back and forth.
Absolutely. AP Brand taking advantage of what they have. They have the heavy spin versus the Guinevere. And Keyboy getting chunked down.
Balikin.
My goodness.
What was that kill?
Balikin hal yang bagus.
And what he
Pembalikannya
does
keren.
is, I think there's one thing that I really want to comment about.
Switch
that.
lane
It's a
mereka.
very smart move that he made.
Baru
After
lihat.
he was able to take out the
5 menit mereka switch lane. XP ke ini. Gak tahu pasti counter si Wanwan. Jadi nggak bisa loncat kan.
Then gets the kill. And he does it, almost does it again against Keyboy. He taking full use of the sights.
We gotta look at the goal lead though, because even though AP Brand has the goal lead, but CW has the goal lead. Oh, before that, Sans getting jumped down. Looks like Ogwen understanding that Sans is not in a good position. He wants to force it and forcing on CW.
Purify now brought back to Ogwen. The vengeance is going to be reset, and he goes
Berat.
pops it down.
Ditungguin ternyata.
But Flapteasy is there to punish. Keyboy
Mundur.
defensively.
Bisa
And
jelek,
AP
bisa
Brand
jelek.
take the lead.
Tabel jelek.
Significant lead. As they will be able to take out the
Ciduk
turret up
itunya
top.
tadi.
They get a kill onto CW, who we have been commending to be able to farm out the early stages of the game, but now it's
Lupa gue nama sih yang bawa palu, siapa yang bawa rantai? Si rantai lah gue panggil ya.
6 minutes of game number 6.
Oh, Baptiste looks like he is not the one getting caught here. He aggresses even though Kyrie was the one initiated.
Yeah,
Thunder.
even Keyboy now opens it up. Super Marco getting the turret in the bottom lane. Ogwen poking Keyboy down, doing a good amount of damage.
But right now, AB Brand, they're moving as a unit. Boots is moving around Sans to make sure that Sans is actually able to survive, actually able to farm up.
Look at Marco.
Super Marco is just pushing.
He's alone in the bottom lane.
Set
It's
up
a
lagi.
4v5 for ONIC, but they're not actually going in just yet. They go for it.
Coba kalau main. Setupnya nggak bakal di roll, nggak bakal di turtle. Set one-one-nya. Main sendiri coy. Ya, mau gimana tapi sih. Yang penting dapat tower sih. Ke dalaman cuy.
I mean, he was greedy, man. Like he really wanted it.
Terlalu greedy coy. Terlalu dalam tadi itu sih. Siapa tuh?
He won that tournament again. I don't know, man. I feel like losing that tier 2
Terlalu dalam.
is gonna hurt ONIC in the long run.
100%. The only good thing that might have came out from that is the fact that they pushed the mid lane. And the fact that they push the mid lane means that they have access to better access to the mid lane. And obviously, somebody just can take care of this long lane anyways. That's the only good thing that came out of that. And of course, the goal that they had afterwards. And look at
This is interesting.
CW.
J-Way.
Wow. I'm looking at Boots because usually you see the Clock of Destiny, but he went for the Lightning Truncheon.
Yeah. I think I like this build better. Dominance Ice Rush into the Lightning Truncheon as the Phobius. You're not that hard to
Phobius.
push up the damage anyways. You have the Cloud for that.
Ya,
and you have
Phobius.
Sans to
Dominate
dive
Ice
with
buat
you.
siapa ya?
You badly need the Dominance Ice because you're the one to be in the front lines. And AP Brand,
Sebelum berapa Phobius tuh?
the fact that they have
Ini gue tahu skill-skill karena gue selalu digebuk sama dia. Anjir ditiban dari atas dong. Sakit nih tiban dari atas ternyata.
But before that, Kyle TZ finds Kyrie. It looks like they want him.
Heavy spin, but the Valor Requiem cancels it out. Sounds gonna be pinned down to the wall. Final slash, shoots up down the road. Gets Kyrie forward.
Oh.
Gets Kyrie down. CW, able to fight. Bench is still gonna be popped in by Flap TZ as Bruce jumps into the back line.
Backupannya bagus, backupan sini. Siapa namanya tuh?
Crossbow tango for Super Marco.
Skiboy. Gue udah demen. Emang demen gue sama backupan Skiboy itu tepat. Patitar. Oh, web out.
ONIC won a big W there. They got a wipeout.
An alpha of AP Brand finding a good jump onto ONIC, almost taking out Kyrie. Sans' ultimate was just pixel perfect.
Oh, Sans, they're blitzing it here.
They're blitzing it, Kyrie's already here.
Kyle's bot, they are giving it away. They're giving it up. ONIC have taken the first lord of the game.
Oh,
Look at the live.
backupan Sans, coy.
Right now, ONIC
Sans.
the lead here.
Sorry, bukan keyboard. Sans.
Time and time again, they can.
Yang udah mirip lagi siapa namanya? Paramis. Backup Paramis bagus.
Let's talk about Boots. 2-0
Pas.
here, Wolf.
Yes. Was the last one to get into the fight around the Lord area. But he's
Sans lagi nih
because
MVP
now
ini.
he is able to force out Super Marco. And big shout outs to keep on with the flicker play. Or the wall charge play, in fact, in the previous fight. That is what allowed ONIC to win that fight afterwards.
Right now looking at the items as well, even though the big goal difference coming in from the Claude as well as the 1-1, but I feel like Super Marco can still
Keyboy ke atas ngapain coba lihat.
for Sans here.
Kita lihat nih ya.
He's zoning everyone
Keyboy
out.
kan sendiri di atas nih.
I'm a Faramis, choo-choo, I'm gonna
Mereka
hit you.
nge-set up, mencoba set up.
Yeah,
The noise, the sound.
Atau mereka cuma mancing.
choo-choo. I believe
Itu
you.
doang.
I play Faramis a lot, man. I believe you.
Faramis, the train engine.
Berani. Gue bilang, mereka tuh nggak bakal berani kalau satu orang nggak ikut set up.
For Boots gets the Winter Truncheon, able to tank damage coming out.
Nggak bakal berani war.
Definitely gonna be able to dive that, and now that's a massive problem.
Spatial migration onto Flap. Final slash, we can Kyrie back, but
Yeah,
Flap
yeah.
still going to be isolated. Kyrie taken down. Another round late, but the wild charge still connects. Demonic
Yeah,
force.
yeah.
Kyle TZ now with a heavy spin. That's still Flap TZ falling
Masuk
down.
semua.
Boots in the midst of it all again. Now with a winner truncheon, he buys it in time. Another demonic force onto the wall. Go! Boots buys it.
Oh, triple kill.
A triple kill.
Oh, what? Keyboy?
Keyboy, the one to tag that, but I think that this is sacrifice to take the Lord, and nice touch from CW again.
Boots falls as well, the sacrifice necessary. Sans and CW bringing it back. The damage coming through. CW.
Pinter.
Oakwood, vengeance. CW guns him down.
Web out lagi.
Flap has respawned. ONIC need to back
2
away.
kali WP coy.
What's going on? CW looks angry, man. He doesn't want to back down. He's using a claw, but
Ini biasanya mereka mikir ya gini. Pemikiran mereka begini.
Wow.
Satu.
He wants to take his family to Japan.
APB AP brand. Mereka pasti lihat selangit.
It is indescribable the way that he held his ground and knew exactly who can kill him. And the fact
Itu
that
bilang, ONIC pasti menang. Dari cara bermain gue udah tahu.
Unafraid of fighting under the base of AB Brand.
Well, konnichiwa minasan. ONIC right now having a 5.6k goal lead. And CW again, 8-1.
Emang kayaknya emang jungler dari kurang, tapi gue nggak tahu deh jungler mereka gimana di sini. Apa yang diimbangin gitu loh? Gue aja nggak paham.
They're in a position where CW is a problem, but you can't ignore Boots and you can't ignore Sans. Kyrie has not been having a great game, but dude, everyone else around him is moving forward.
Exactly. Doing Keyboy with the one charge usages, the way that he's stacking
Udah
for his
tadi.
team.
Ya enggak?
And then there's Boots, the proper timing all the time. No contest. They're waiting for 13-10.
Cairinya ada tadi.
It's not gonna spawn this wave. They'll have
Udah dibilang kalau di apa? Di match tuh. Di epic dia mah. Ya, kayak itu. Di legend lah. Itu kenapa itu? Udah pasti dibilang Indomaret tadi itu. Kalah mulu ratingnya sama si Panda.
You can catch him. You gotta find a slash. He's gonna be the one that's like, you know, everything's on his shoulders now.
Those gold meteor available for the 1-1.
Wow.
Okay, okay. I know what I said, but
Geser.
not like that.
Loncat.
not like that.
NLT. Not like that.
All right, now the Lord is
Tunggu
marching
tunggu Lord datang.
Kyrie's down bot. The top lane is coming in a little bit slower, but the mid as well as the bottom, they're gonna crash together.
Sans, kelas sans.
Sync. Mid lane held
Siapa yang
down
ngambil?
by the barrier. There
Siapa
we go.
yang ngambil setupnya?
Top lane gonna be taken down by
Di atas, destroy. Balik. Oke, bagus. Hamsa bagus.
No initiation from ONIC. They'll be happy with a base turret. CW is too low for them to go for anything else.
Great play coming out from Flap, forcing the vengeance and finding CW, even forcing.
Panik sih Sans. Tadi pasti cewek di
It's
atas.
gonna be a massive resource that ONIC will not have, but they have to defend for more.
Well, CW is top, but we gotta think about Sans. He doesn't have the net realm anymore. Can't ONIC even force it. Oh, that's a big mistake.
Plays in the web from CW right now. The pullback for the
Sans.
speed. The demonic force to execute them in the back. Now it's gonna be View dealing some damage, but that's a double kill.
Bukan?
Super Marco punch across both tank. Galtene. That's Keyboy with a wild charge to take us to game 7.
There is absolutely no way we can end
3-3 dong.
championship without going long.
Nah, ini cewek bagus.
ONIC and AB Brand. This isn't a best of 7.
Backupan Keyboy masih keren.
Best of 1.
And I wish this will go game 9, game 11. I wish to see these teams.
Keyboy
fight
sama
against each
Sang
other
tuh
time and
bagus.
time again because every single play is just
Emang bener.
amazing. It's smart,
Carry
it's
aja
amazing,
tuh,
it's
apa?
mechanically skilled.
Gue nggak tahu sebenarnya jungler
So entertained.
tugasnya mau ngapain
Let me
atau
just
bagaimana,
say,
gue kurang
the
paham
question
ya.
is, I don't think Boost
Tapi
is
itu
the
sih,
captain anymore.
gue nggak tahu sama sekali apa emang
I know for sure now we're in game
tipenya
7.
si Kyrie
We're
seperti
going to
itu
game
atau
7. ONIC takes game 6, going all the way
sengaja.
in hopes of claiming the golden road.
Lihat ya,
What a turnaround. A back
dari
and
tadi
forth in the early
Kyrie-nya
game, and
masih
now here
menurut
we
gua kurang.
I thought
thought they didn't have it in them.
Mulai dari retri,
It's easy to lose faith for some of these
duel
teams.
retri,
I'm just as surprised as all the other
terus
fans out there. They found a second win.
backupnya
They're looking cleaner.
dipakai Gwen
than
Ever.
The fact that Mr. Calvin Winata apparently is aging like fine wine. His laning is getting better and better each
Ya,
day
ada beberapa
until he
titik yang
touches
bagus.
the
Cuman
land
gini,
of dawn. So I
gue nggak tahu
cannot
karakter
wait
dia
to see
seperti
who our
itu
MVP
atau dia
is going to be.
emang
Back to you,
karakter dia seperti itu
other
maksudnya
gamers. Let's have a
yang
look
menurut
here.
gue kurang,
I'm just as curious.
atau emang disengaja disimpan.
We're handing it over to Calvin Winata. Stone cold thumbs up, all according to plan. Amazing. He's able to duel. He's able to
Cewek lah,
lanes,
udah tahu pasti
he's
cewek.
able to threaten after Boots,
Bagus
after
permainannya.
Suns, after even Keyboy.
Berapa kali dapat triple kill nih?
That's after a game wherein Kyrie was clearly struggling.
I cannot believe
Gue bilang, gue suka main floatnya.
where he came from, and more importantly, the fact that
Ya,
this is not exactly the easiest
tapi itu lebih
lane to
sekali main
win.
one-one.
He has been abusing every moment. He's ending with a GPM of 990, 10 off 1,000.
This
Nah,
is
kalian lihat
as
itu
high
kayak
as it gets in the current metagame. We are
gue
far
sih menurut
from
gue
the
dia
days
kurang.
of 2-3 years ago
Ya,
wherein
Barang Tri nggak bagus.
MVPs
Terus
or
gue
even
bilang satu
cores
lagi,
would be hitting 1,000
timingnya.
He got this much
Ada beberapa titik dia bagus.
throughout game
Gue nggak tahu
6
nih,
because of how
emang dia karakter
God
seperti itu
controlled
atau
the
dia
map.
nyimpan.
It came in at a turnaround, a
Ya.
rubber band wipeout in the mid
Dengan
game,
begini kan
wherein
berpikir
they
kalau
so
jungler
well
yang biasanya
orchestrated, even
harus di
after
pusat,
AP Bren
tapi
pulling out
bermainnya
some
seperti itu.
punches, presenting threats in the
Musuh
early.
musuh
It's just
akan
this
mengira
player, this team fighting lineup.
It's insane, right?
kayak
I
gua.
think, you know, the first issue that they have to address is what do we do
Tapi
against Flap
dia
T's
sengaja
and
nyimpan.
Bombers, right? We know that the early game is played so perfectly by AP Bren, and the solution to
Dia
that is,
hanya
you know what?
memastikan bahwa
Because Thomas'
teman-temannya
biggest problem is that he runs out of
ke
gas,
backup,
whether in the late game
teman-temannya
or during team
nggak
fights, where
mati.
he is by far, I would say he's got a time limit on him.
Itu doang yang gue tahu dari dia.
To Boots on this Phobius who is able to
Nggak
delay
full
and
nyerang.
really stretch out, really get the
Kayak
mileage
jungle.
out of the hero.
Kayak cewek bagus tuh.
That AP Bren were exhausted in fight.
Fokus dia nyerang.
Boots is an unsung hero. You'll see him here making the call. I want to pick up the winner truncheon third item and make it count. Yes, he eventually does.
Lu tahu lah
get
saya.
punished. Yes, eventually he does overheat, but this is the writing on the wall right here for AP Bren.
Kalau Jota
It
tuh
was
hard support.
for Super Marco to play the way he
Kyrie
wants
itu
to.
dia hard
It's
support.
one thing
Dia
to
nge
try and
backup.
outplay a Phoebus by just walking,
Padahal harusnya dia
not
tuh
even taking
carry.
skies.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think, you know,
Gue nggak, oh dia sengaja nyimpan begitu buat final sengaja sekarang di match ke-7 ini, atau emang karakter dia seperti itu bermain.
It was CW who took that place in the gold lane.
You know what? We saw his
Karena gue pribadi sendiri pun gue nggak, gue baru nonton sih.
And then he was like, Muddles, and get away from me every single time he makes it work.
Terus gue suka backup aja Suns.
That's a difference maker
Pas
here,
banget
right?
ultinya
Mr.
cuy.
Calvin Winata. If we start looking at the emblems, we see a deeper story going on here because immediately it's about
Kita lihat nanti
randomizing
kayak
based on the
di
tempo
akhir.
of the game, and that's what a lot of people don't recognize here. When we start to look at, for an example, Sans, he understands that he needs to be able to rotate fast, but more importantly, so
Main
having
purify
CDR
sebenarnya
to
semua.
build up stacks so that when he has just enough in the early game, hey guys, I can dive. I am willing to die for this. I'll be right back when it happens.
And here's another matchup wherein the Master Assassin really didn't do much to win you the lane. Very early on, ONIC and AP Bren were team fighting, and that's already one emblem null from Super Marco. So he really wasn't able to take advantage of that one bit of extra early percentage damage to try and quell CW's reign here. That's why he's the MVP, is because he was able to make the most of that advantage that he had, wherein it's ONIC playing with numbers. Here you see it ended very, very quickly. Not even enough time for Super Marco to find that window to try and play out of Boots' ult.
Gue nggak tahu ya.
Absolutely.
Lihat
And I think, you know,
dari
the biggest
17
problem
tahun.
that we're seeing right now in the laning phase,
Tapi kalau menurut gue sih seharusnya ya, seharusnya sama yang gue tahu dari highlight, yang gue tahu dari
We look at the
Pertebaran
of course, we've
IG.
already touched on the Phobius. I was surprised that
Kayak
he
itu
didn't
nggak
go for
begitu.
the Ice Queen's wand, but again, tempo of the game. He's looking to dive. He's not looking to chase.
He already had it on the way. I believe after that Radiant armor, it would have become eventually an Ice Queen wand. Again, rich guy, 990, carry, 95.4. It's what you can expect when everyone from ONIC is just setting it all up for an amazing, for a big time blazing.
Pinter nge-backup
And
dulu.
not to mention, Flap was
Kiboy
really
juga
overloaded
sama.
here. Now you kind of see how in the games that he actually won with the Tams, it was working, is because AP Bren were able to close the fight out. But when you're on the back foot, when you're up against the ropes, you're just a big dude with a lot of cardio. You're not really punching back as hard.
And we look at the damage dealt, right? CW coming on off top, of course, coming up with 95,000, 85% of the overall Team 5 participation. But the question is, what could have AP Bren done better in these cases, right? And obviously, there were a couple. However, it really comes down to the micro-mechanics of it all. The fact that he was
penasaran kok
getting
nggak
chased
bisa
around
ya.
in the manner that he did because Keyboy was holding him
Oh,
hostage
gue mau
with
nyoba
that
dulu.
wild charge, making sure that the
Mumpung
black shoes
mumpung
were
masih
always covered.
berbicara
The fact
kita
that AP
coba.
Bren's playing with a
Mana
Tams
kan
able to
FF
come in
49
from the flank
PZ
and try to
JGN.
stop via damage again, absorption and dispersion.
Set.
Two, you have
Oh,
the
dapat
final
dapat.
slash from Ogwin, and two, you have the final slash from Ogwin, and three, you have the heavy spin from Kyle TZ. They never really got to break up Onyx formation. Onyx had superior guys. They were the ones. They were the ones left scrambling.
Note the places of which they actually took these fights. Happening around the river, a lot of it happening around neutral objectives like Lord and Turtle. Even though, yes, it is technically an open and a very enclosed spot to be in, as long as Sans is nearby, that Netherrealm makes all the difference. That extra bit of time, this claw from CW.
So now we've come to this. Game number 7, all on the line. The last time we were in this situation was about 2 or 3 years ago in Singapore when Brenny Sports went all the way against the Burmese Ghouls. Here in the now, the greatest finale. What else is left? It's just a matter of who doesn't overheat. It's just a matter of who doesn't just tilt first and who has better communications. I think mechanically speaking, these teams have shown that they're the best of the best.
I mean, it's 3 variables that they have to worry about. The laning stage, the team fight, and most importantly, the heart at the end of the day. Can they coordinate just as well as all of their team members? With that being said, this is going to be the final panelist with me and as well as Leo. It's been good doing good work with you up here on the panel. Oh boy. With that being said, we're going to be throwing it over to a break. And when we come back, the grand final
guys.
will conclude. Where does my resolve
Tapi kok nggak ada sih? Kita udah dikirim guys. Gimana ya? Oke, kita lihat guys.
TikTok lagi parah banget.
Apa? 3 menit lagi, 3 menit kita dulu Veronik. Kita buka aja. Kita mainkan. Tadi berhasil guys, tapi aku nggak tahu guys. Kita main dulu. Kita lihat guys, dapat hadiah apa guys? Oh salah. TikTok exclusive bundle. Kita buka. Oke. Gitu doang. Apa itu tadi? Berapa sampah sih? Dengan semua bar, tapi ntar dulu lah. Sedih gue kalau menang. Wah, gue tadi sempat main ke, dapetnya bronze, dapetnya silver, bronze. Ini kemarin kalah silver, tapi menang. Dia kan magic chest gue. Lihat, ini tergokil sih, ini tergokil. Ini bisa pas banget ini 6. Mengaktifkan keuntungan 16 kali kill, menang cuy. Ini beruntung aja, juga kurang. Ini pas apa ya, gue lupa. Ini pun ada level 3 kan. Ini jawab belakang belum nih. Satu. Kita mulai. Kita lihat pertandingan.
Strike 12 midnight and we are going to a game 7. Let's go! This is the grand finals we want. This is the grand finals we deserve. For the final game here again, LaFell, Marco, and Wolf. It could not have gone any other way. This golden road from ONIC, this travel all around the globe for AP brand, it's going to be completed in the final game of the day.
They had to work for it, right? Everybody has to work for it. If you look back, everybody's shooting for AP brand now. If you look back, in their M2 run, it's another best of 7. So every time that few are, it will go to a game 7.
Hey, you're right. Gym memberships, man, it helps you out in a lot of ways.
They are here for endurance, man. And right now, 3-3. I think it's safe to say for us on the desk, whoever takes it, we're satisfied. We're satisfied, man.
Oh, yeah.
Game 7 in the best series that we have ever casted in our lives.
Definitely.
Is it? Exactly.
It is true.
Yeah.
Which also makes it ever
We've
so
been amazing desk, and by the way, amazing panelists as well. Quick shout outs to Leo as well as Gideon, breaking it down all this while. You guys have been great, but now we're gonna look at the players, man. Look at the trophy. Remember what you're fighting for. Look at that trophy, Mirko. Does that not spark emotions?
It does. It sparks more than emotion. Hard work, dedication, everything put the entire year to build up to this one moment. For ONIC, the golden road lies ahead. For AP Bren, the world tour shall be completed with one game victory.
And it's gonna be the most nerve-wracking game for sure for everyone. The winner will celebrate so much, but the losing team, how they recover from that. Game 7 and the World Championship awaits, and it is This is totally intense for anyone.
All I can say is we're going to bring our best. The players are going to bring their best because the energy from the crowd here, they've been here since what? This is like what, 7-8 hours now?
Yeah, that's right.
They're still strong. And looking at all the players at this point, I'm even questioning what is going through their brains, if anything is going through their brains at this point. I wonder if it's all just muscle memory, man.
It has to be. At this point, it's mental, it's mechanics. Everything goes down here.
Well, this is the best of the best. This is the final draft of the day. We're jumping to draft game number 7. AP Brand against ONIC. Who wins this one will be the world
Oke. Drafting pace. Masukin babak drafting.
Right off the bat, we can see the Guinevere gonna be banned out as the last ban. 1-1 also banned out. So does this mean AP Brand will take the Fredrin immediately or Arlet? As we know for sure, Arlet has been the favorites of AP Brand, but Matilda also banned out. Kind of makes me think, yeah, surely Bruno or the
Kenapa
Fredrin
APBN? APBN lagi.
I almost feel like
APB.
you gotta set up for that Claude, man. Either you're gonna use it or you're gonna go against it. Because both Super Marco as well as CW, which
kalau tadi gue
in my
nggak terlalu
personal opinion are the
terlalu ya.
standouts for this
Tapi
tournament.
bagus nih backup
They're really
nya.
showing up with the Claude. And I kind of feel like it's gonna be picked up in the first phase.
Gue benci deh, gue benci banget. Gue benci banget.
Faramis is the typical answer.
Jungle
for Onyx this
ngapain
time.
sih
Maybe
Fredrin?
they pick up the Claude with that. Or maybe they take up the Bruno. Bruno Faramis or Claude Faramis.
Bruno
No reason not
Faramis,
to
Claude
pick it up if
Faramis.
you're Onyx.
Yeah.
Ini siapa sih?
Considering they might be up against either a Claude or a Brody.
Apa
Two
Bren ya?
heroes
Apa
that
Bren?
up against the NetherRealm will struggle.
Ini lagi
ONIC
ngambil
can
ke jungle yang lama lagi nih.
here with, I mean, just take a look at the bans, right? Just
Ini
throughout
jungle
the
lama
series,
cuy.
the progress that we've seen. AP Brand started out with just
Box
Cryo
ya.
Heroes.
Buat ngimbangin sama si apa namanya tuh?
It's an Indonesian
Fredrin.
hero.
Keyboy.
Oh, you're right. That
We're
flex
talking about
potential.
ONIC. We're talking about ONIC.
Oh my goodness. Do you still want to go Lilia for AP Brand or do you want to pick up the... I mean, the Bruno is good. Faramis plus Fredrin though, that's a valid option here for AP Brand because it's a classic combo. Decent versus the Kadira.
Oh.
There it is. Maybe they close it out with the Arlet.
Here's the thing, man. I
Faramis.
kind of feel like that
Sam
Kadita pick
Faramis.
was forcing that Faramis pick
Yes.
because it's a good answer, right? Kadita goes in, wants to burst. What does the Faramis do? Cancels out that burst. So this Kadita feels like a bait, man.
Yep.
Something about this doesn't seem right.
The art.
Oh, Brody, a very early Brody here from AP Brand. I mean, it did work before. It's instantly answered by a turn
Agak
of
sulit.
ONIC are going in for their
Enggak.
signature picks. Or the picks that work.
I'm looking at the draft here, and I kind of feel like ONIC, they want to have a very solid front line. I feel like they want to go in. I feel like they want to pick up the pressure. They want to pick up the tempo, not letting AP Brand time to think. Because AP Brand is a very disciplined team. That's right. And if you break up their systematic, and if you, I would say if you break their formation, maybe at a game 7. In a best of 5, you can't do it. In a best of 3, you can't do it. In a best of 5, sorry, in a best of 7, that's where you see the cracks.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because you've seen so much games, you've seen so much, you've battled against them so much, and you even mentioned like CW versus Super Marco, they might have developed their own relationship at that goal chain because of how many times they have poked each other out. It's a very likely option here. AP Brand, gonna be looking for some bans on the marksman for sure. Like the Claude still is a good ban for AP Brand because you don't want to give that out, and also maybe the Bruno.
There's no time to chit-chat.
They ban on the Gord anyways.
They're seeing this pick as
TZ,
suspicious as well.
TZ.
This might be it. But if it ban out too many mid laners, maybe San's just like, yeah, no, I can't use the Kadita, no worries.
That's the beauty of using the flex pick here in Game 7, right? Meanwhile, for AP Brand, they've gone for solid picks in their own roles for the Brody, the Faramis, and the Fredrin.
Yeah.
I would say the Fredrin can be flex, but for AP Brand particularly, we've never seen it at M5.
Yeah.
We've seen it multiple times into the mid lane, even in ISF.
Yes. How about the Dyroth here for ONIC as the ban? Because we know for sure that the Dyroth is great versus the Baksha. Gonna be pick up, and obviously the Novaria from a few.
Yeah, we got to look at both players. Most used hero, 71% win rate. For the Valentina for Sun, 77% win rate. Novaria for few. Again, very impressive heroes where we saw doing quite well in this game so far. The stats is on the screen here. And looking at ONIC betting out the Grok as well.
Yep. My inference here is that it is a hero that can be used against the Kadita in a way that you can spot out where the Kadita is. It's a bush checker. I don't know if that's a proper word, but yeah.
It is now. You said it on the world stage at what? 4 million people watching?
That's right.
If we can go up to 6, that would be amazing. But the final ban here, coming in from AP Brand, we will see if Brand wins, I'll propose to my girlfriend.
W-Mans. Wait.
Do it now.
Do it now.
yeah, do it now.
Do it now.
Why are you waiting?
Projection, right?
Yes.
You gotta imagine it. You gotta do it.
Do it now, man. Do it now. But Lilia getting banned out as well. They're really not taking the bait here. They do feel like this might be a key boy, Kadita. Now that they see this Brody, do they pick up the Bruno or do they still want the Claude?
Claude is going to be a solid option for
Yeah,
ONIC,
mega.
but if they don't pick up their gold later now, I think they might be
Dulu
asking
dia.
for something like a Harith.
Yeah.
Wafatnya nggak diambil over Rian.
It's a good hero. Maybe they pick it last. So now it means that they might pick
Happy
up...
anniversary, by the way.
Yep.
Happy anniversary.
They might pick up something like Edith here. It's the Faramis, of course.
1% ban pick rate, 100% win rate.
That's right.
And it's against a Faramis, against a Brody, 2 heroes that struggle against a Yves.
That's right.
This is what happens in a long series, man. You wait to hold on to your ace.
Exactly. You exhaust everything and then...
Bad Mirko?
I'm sorry.
Nani?
I said 4-0 something, remember?
That's
You're not
right.
fair. You're not fair. Fair.
You're fair. That's true. Oof. Okay, now you're going to be looking for maybe a roamer. Maybe a rupee actually for AP Brand because it can check the waves. Minotaur is also open. There's also a valid hero going up against Eevee. I mean, you don't get some of the real world manipulation, but at the same time, you stop him from doing it.
Oh, kali.
So they go Edith and the Khalid. So this leaves us with the gold laner. Will it be Harith? But that might be an overload of magic damage.
Yeah.
So they might just go standard. Go for Claude.
Yeah, go for standard, man. This is game 7.
Game 7.
You don't want to leave it up to chance. If they do pick up the Harif, then again, keeping their ace in their sleeve.
No, Bruno
Bruno
or
or
Claude.
Claude, yeah.
Yeah, Bruno or Claude, definitely.
I think Bruno, more consistent damage. Claude can do the same thing, technically with a lot of pressure they already have already, but CW is feeling it. CW is feeling it after an MVP performance in the previous game.
What did he do? He went in their base and he said, fight me, fight CW. He took that fight, he got that wipeout. I mean, at this point, you got the momentum. Don't stop. This is for the World Championship.
And the thing is, if you're looking at to compare both of the lineups, we know for sure that this Brody composition from AP Brand is very strong at the early to the mid game. Come late game though, Deceive with the Claude, and then you have the Kadita factor. It's gonna be hard to control the map. AP Brand, they might win this best of 7. They should win this best of 7 only with their standard playstyle. Their early game.
To everyone tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last game of the M5 World Championship, where either the Golden Throne will be completed or the World Tour be completed. We're jumping into the game where this game will determine the World Champions.
Mobile Legends.
There's no other way to see it happen. One last time, Rizal Memorial Coliseum, give it up for the 2 teams!
Now, Keyboy as well as Ogwen, man-to-man defense, looking at each other here. Looks like this time maybe Brand is opting not to go aggressive into the jungle. Kyrie, for once, will have an easier time farming up to level 4.
CW have to go for the Purify, knowing that he can be gone upon by Ogwen. And obviously, FlapTZ can go for the Flicker plays, we know. That can eliminate the gold laner easily. So Wind of Nature might be rushed here by CW. Maybe his 3rd item, or maybe 4th.
Okay, some damage placed down. Quick Sandguard gets him a bit more HP. Kyrie already looking for an invade. He's able to clear it out, just a big one though. Kyrie looking for the little small one, retrieves it, gets level 4, and pokes Calteezy, getting Boots a bit more prio in the bottom lane.
And again, we gotta look at how Suns and Keyboy, I gotta say this duo has been doing well for ONIC, but the same can be said for Few as well as Oquin. I do feel like with the composition that they both have, the mid duo is gonna be a very big impact in this game.
Speaking of the mid duo here for Keyboy as well as Suns, it's a tricky duo because you clear the waves fast, but you don't necessarily stay in that lane. It's going to be up to ONIC on how they utilize this, Keyboy, Kadira. And at the same time, AP Bren, they don't have the best heroes to kind of check the bushes. Maybe Calteezy could be there, but of course Few can save his teammates, but they're not built for this Kadira.
Few able to pull them in, but not that much damage. Both Sans as well as Boost just want that level 4. Calteezy already leashing the turtle in a position where he can cancel at any moment. Kyrie thinks about it. But Boost as well as Sans, no level 4.
Doing the same thing. Kyrie with the shield unity into the back right now, able to connect it onto Ogun, who has the Earth Shatter. And now the onward. Towards the boy Sans. Flapteezy finds him. The real world inflation. Just popped in. First blood secured by Flapteezy. Another one over down. Boost deals some damage. Retribution battle still for Kyrie, but Few finds it. And that's going to be a skill from Keyboy. Ogun with the Primal Wrath. The Praisers Wrath. Ogun gets the kill onto Keyboy. And ONIC lose out in the first turtle fight.
Oh yeah, definitely AP Brand. Won the turtle, won the fight. This is the usual story of this best of 7. Look at AP Brand to win early.
It's the early game for AP Bren all the time. They're the masters of the early game that we saw all throughout this M5. Every time that they win, they destroy their enemies in the early stages. And you gotta say, Flapteezy started the charge once again, going in for the flicker play. In fact, they have poked Sans. Sans forced to use the flicker and the real world manipulation to try to keep himself alive. But in the end, during the turtle fight, he was a non-factor, and it's all thanks to Flapteezy.
Yep, now looking at the item builds here, the Clot has to delay a little bit just because he has to build defense. Boots getting attacked here.
Look at that burst, my goodness. It goes Boots. Defensive penalty zone. Calteezy dives, flicker out. Real world manipulation. Just posturing, zoning Boots away. Meanwhile,
posisi nggak menguntungin ya.
Looks like CW just wants to farm up safely here. And again, ONIC, they have to find a way to slow down the game while AP Brand has to figure out how to get these objectives because they've been getting the kills. They got the turtle. The faster they can get the outer turrets, the more space they're going to deny from Keyboy.
However, Few with 2 assists and a lot of late prio, able to get to level 6. It's actually almost a level ahead of Suns. Gonna be waiting for that. That's a massive lead that AP Bren has. More resources, more EXP means that in the early stages of the game, yeah, surely they have the advantage and they can team fight. And eventually, they will activate Super Marco. Fortunately for ONIC, the turtle is onto the bottom lane where Super Marco is not at. That means that they might not suffer from the Brody, but at all the same, ONIC, they don't have the best tools to go up against AP Bren anyways.
Yep, and now we're looking at a turtle. Calteezy initiated. Kyrie finds Flap. He just wants to wait a little bit of time. He sees Suns.
Pokes him down. There's a good amount of damage. Calteezy as well there. Both junglers at level 7. Flap on the turtle. No quick sand guard this time around. Kyrie picks up the gold buff. Meanwhile, up top, there's also a little bit of a gank. Ogun gonna be caught. Taken down. Kyrie versus Flap versus Kyle, and it's Flap who takes it. Kyrie brought back to the team in the Shadow Stampede. The real world manipulation, not enough to take it out. Kyrie with the duel. And that is a trade. 1 kill up top for a turtle for AP Bren.
Kyrie is one of the only junglers that can play a utility hero like an assassin.
How the hell did he thread the needle? He gets out and into safety. Unfortunately, he still missed the retribution. So, still massive coming out from AP Bren. Almost a free turtle, if you think about it, because they didn't lose anything. At the same time, ONIC had to just back down after all their investments that they did.
Few in the mid lane, very low, Netherrealm. Popped in, Kyrie brought back the onward. They're shattered. Connecting back. With a rough wave. Ogun volley. Few as well. Now it's Kyle. With an Appraiser's Wrath, Keyboy finds the oddity. Another one on the Marco.
Mati.
Picks him up.
This is why I say, man, Super Marco, as well as CW, they're developing a relationship. Super Marco came in and was like, I want to go down, but you're going to come with me.
And that's a positive trait, obviously, for ONIC as they switch back toward their side. They give two assists to CW, 1 kill after that. Eventually he died, but that's all good for a Claude who's looking for farm in this early stage of the game. Most importantly, they have punished Kyle TZ, and ONIC have recovered. It's gonna be good for the Delusion squad.
Hey, I just want to say, man, this time they're picking up the pace. Both teams are fighting, I would say, in a faster tempo here.
Yes.
Both teams are finding the mistakes, and this is what happens in the best of 7. Keyboy, I gotta say, very good counter engage.
Wonderful.
Coming in from AP Brand is like AP Brand, it strikes, but then Keyboy is just like, I'm just waiting for you guys to clump up.
And look at
I want to deal maximum damage.
Look at his position right now. He's trying to pin down Super Marco without the flicker. Does have the petrify. Super Marco not feeling so confident, walking towards that bush, and that's a smart decision on his part.
I mean, at this point, he doesn't want to get wet, man. Like, he smells something, and he's
Ngapain
like,
juga muter
I'm
dong.
smelling a fish.
Kyrie smelling an engage. FlapTZ jumps forward, a petrify. He knocks FlapTZ out, but he's still able to get out in time. The quick sand card buys him a little bit more time. CW able to bat away with a battle mirror image, but he did just bait out a raging sandstorm and a quick sand guard.
That's good enough because Sans can pop the ultimate this time.
No petrify this time though. For Keyboy. CW no blazing to it. FlapTZ jumping forward on the Sans. Doing a bit more damage. CW trying to turn it around. Earth Shatter. Ogwen compromised.
Oh, look
Onward,
at the turtle.
out turtle. Caltese finds it. A beautiful retribution. A beautiful macro play by AP Brett.
Looks like ONIC, they just want to get some kills. They don't really want to contest with the turtle because we saw that they are basically avoiding the turtle. They just want to go in. They want to get Super Marco down. Speaking of Super Marco, looks like Keyboy has to use the rough ways to escape.
We see AP Bredna pushing the envelope up top.
Blazing duet on the Super Marco. Still able to disengage for now. Puts in the stacks to Zone TW away. Does the same to Kyrie, and Boots is waiting in that bush. FlapTZ needs to back off. And ONIC and AP Brand, both these teams.
Look at Kyle TZ. He's taking advantage of this chaos. He's like, hey, if you guys want to go up top, I'm going to go to your purple buff.
It's a massive win. The